What is going on, guys? My name is LittleMarMan and welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. Of course, another everything you need to know about zombies episode, the one series on YouTube where we go in depth on every single aspect of the zombie storyline. If it sounds like something you guys would enjoy, hit that subscribe button. Multiple storyline videos out every week, as well as a top 5 zombie series. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about Misty and Marlton from the Transit crew, obviously making an appearance in Black Ops 2. So Abigail, Misty, Briarton and Marlton Johnson, they both sort of cross paths. That's why I've put them both into this episode, because they both have sort of backgrounds, and then they sort of meet each other, and then they journey with the Transit crew down onto Buried. So yeah, without further ado, Misty, we'll start off with Misty. So Misty sort of dresses in a red shirt and brown worker gloves. That's sort of what you see her, what you play with her as, and not much is really known about Misty's past, other than that she used to live on a farm. Her mother died of unknown causes while her father was killed by the zombies, and at some point she met Marlton Johnson, who she became to, like, she sort of developed a crush on him, and the two fought against the zombies in town in Hanford until they were picked up by Russman and Stuhlinger. So Misty, we already know she is very much a tomboy. She's very brash and self-satisfied, thinking of herself very highly and her record as knife fighting champion, as we know from quotes from like Transit and stuff. And she despises Samuel. She doesn't really like Samuel, obviously Stuhlinger, and he doesn't really like her either. And she acts romantic with Marlton and relies on his intelligence to sort of guide the group. And she respects Russman, but he's not really bothered. He doesn't really care about her. And that is pretty much all you need to know for the moment. But moving on, Marlton Johnson, you heard him a bit mentioned there with Misty. She sort of has a crush on him, and these two obviously met up and then were picked up by Samuel and Russman. So, well, Stuhlinger and Russman. I don't know why I keep calling him Samuel. Stuhlinger and Russman. So yeah, Marlton Johnson, obviously we all know Marlton suffers from claustrophobia, which is obviously the fear having no escape and being like confined in a small space or whatever, as well as misophonia and germophobia, which is the fear of contamination and germs respectively. His appearance is of a stereotypical nerd in his 20s. He wears a white collared shirt, blue jeans and glasses. Marlton does like Misty, however he doesn't really like Samuel or Stuhlinger at all, and despises Russman even more, which is reciprocated by him. He has a strong emotional attachment to Misty and often compliments her. Misty obviously has a crush on Marlton, and so he claims that he has no emotion, but maybe we'll see some sort of development if they continue with the Buried crew, which we obviously know are stuck in Buried. Like, it's not much of a spoiler if you've seen the other episode where I talked about the Transit crew and their journey. You know where they end up, and obviously if you played the game, you know they end up in Buried and they're sort of stuck there. We'll get to that in a second though. So yeah, that's sort of current affairs anyway with Marlton, and let's jump back a bit to his history, sort of the background. So before the destruction of the Earth, Marlton was in a nuclear testing site in Nevada, hiding out in a nuclear bunker after a recent nuclear explosion. We obviously know that he was in the bunker in Nuketown, like in the map Nuketown. He was in the bunker. That was sort of the Easter egg, and the missiles that were being fired were obviously from our original crew, from being shot down from the moon. Obviously, this is all information that we already know if you've been following this series. Like, there's a playlist on my channel, everything you need to know about zombies, and there's a link to that playlist in the description below. Catch up on your zombie knowledge and just brush up on it, just in case you didn't know stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get back into it. So yeah, he was basically in that bunker, and obviously the CIA and the CDC operatives entered the area and stuff, and sort of they lose the fight with the zombies. Obviously when the round ends, the missile is fired, and then sort of Marlton emerges as the only survivor left. So then obviously he meets up with Misty, obviously back in Hanford, and then sort of the two are fighting off zombies and then are rescued on the transit bus by Stuhlinger and Russman. And then the four have to activate polarization devices in favor of either Richtofen or Maxis, and then they sort of journey over to the Shanghai skyscraper, which we know as Dairaz, and to activate another one in either one of their favors, and then the last one is obviously at Buried. So that's sort of where they end. They're stuck in Buried, and depending which way you did the Easter egg in favor of Richtofen or Maxis, either they are stuck in buried where Richtofen is in Stuhlinger's body, or they are just stuck in buried and the whole earth is blown up. So that is pretty much where Misty and Marlton end up. They're just basically stuck in buried until Treyarch says anything else. I don't know whether they will make an appearance in Black Ops 3. If it's an independent storyline, which it has been rumored to be, Black Ops 3, then we won't see any of our characters at all. But if it's connected in some way, then I still don't think we won't see these characters again, because they're pretty much stuck and buried no matter what, and you can't really there's no really way out unless Treyarch pulls something up out of their ass and sort of twists the story a bit. But that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all learned something. Do smash that like button and check out the playlist on my YouTube channel, and that is pretty much it from me. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.